La Liga starts this weekend, as we said, and it's live on ESPN. What can we expect, Robert? What do you expect?
A very tight title race. I mean, we don't really know with Messi going how good Barcelona or how bad they're going to be. Yeah. Real Madrid didn't have anybody in the Spanish national team at the European Champion, the first in the squad, first time for a long time. Atleti were good last season, won the title, but you still question whether they can do it again.
Yeah.
Are there any teams below them that might come to the fore? I think this is going to be a really exciting La Liga season. It's going to be tight at the top. And I think we're going to see Spanish teams play with a little bit more intensity. They've been criticised over the last year when we saw them in Europe, apart from Villarreal, who won the Europa League, criticised for not playing intensely enough. Yeah. I think that's going to change. I think the world of football is changing. And I think Spain have to change with it.
Yeah, you're right. Sevilla maybe, but personally I want to be more positive than the wave of negativity.
Yeah, no, I think it's going to be a good season. It's not started on the pitch yet, but the battle continues between La Liga and Real Madrid. What's happening, Jules?
Crazy, Robo. Now Real Madrid are going to sue Javier Tebas and La Liga for this deal. Do you remember that they've struck with CVC Capital, almost selling 10% of the league capital to that equity firm, private equity firm, and Real Madrid said we were not consulted enough. You know, this was not discussed enough with the clubs. This is not a good deal. So the mess is going to get even bigger now than what it was before. I don't know how they will resolve it. I don't know even what's the best thing to do, to be fair, but it's certainly not the kind of atmosphere that you want between your president, La Liga president, and the biggest club in the world in Real Madrid and his president and Barcelona and maybe Atleti as well. So this is not a good look either, I think, for La Liga.
The Bundesliga also kicks off this weekend, Jules. Bayern to make it 10 in a row, do you think? Or is there going to be somebody else that's going to just make things happen? There's a lot of managerial changes as well.
Loads. Everybody has changed. Obviously, Bayern Munich with Nagelsmann, RB Leipzig with Jesse Marsch, Borussia Dortmund with Marco Rose, Borussia Mönchengladbach with Adi Hütter. They've all changed. You know, it's like the musical chairs, isn't it?
Yeah.
They've all moved and changed and everything. So I think
it's a game you obviously didn't play in France because you had to think about that one, didn't you?
I just had to think. How do you call it in English again? So I think it makes it even more fascinating for La Liga, for Bundesliga, which should be on ESPN 2, to see how Nagelsmann does and you know how tactical he is with that Bayern squad, what Marco Rose does with Holland and Dortmund. I think we could have a really tight title race. Let's hope so. And that could be a great deal. But yeah, of course.
Is Nagelsmann the real deal?
I think he is. I really think he is. But let's see with the egos. He's never had a dressing room like this. Let's see how he deals with it.
And he's got a big ego as well.
And he's got a big one too. But you would have to say that Bayern, still have to be the favourite. For Mainz, however, Robo, it's not the same story. Very different start of the season. They've had 14 last night and now 17 positive cases of COVID.
Well, as we are talking at the moment, the game is still going ahead against Leipzig because they've got at least 9 first-team squad members available. They've still got a goalkeeper available as well. It's going to be a tough game for them. I mean, how do you cope with that as the coach? How do you cope with it as the players? You know, and are all the players feeling well enough? You know, it's going to be a massive game for them. You can't see them getting anything out of that game against Leipzig. But it looks as though it's going to go ahead and it won't be a good start for the season because it's not just going to be this week. Something else is going to happen.
Unfortunately, we could be seeing that with other teams through the season.
So, not good times.
No. Robo, some of the big clubs have been busier looking after their own squad than investing. It's the case of Bayern Munich, who have extended Joshua Kimmich, or are about to extend Joshua Kimmich's contract until 2025. Makes a lot of sense, right? Yeah,
in terms of Kimmich joining the club staying with the club because he's an outstanding player and you want to keep your best players. And that's something that sometimes clubs forget. They don't treat the players that have been there for a long time and their top players, don't treat them quite as well as they do incoming players. It's important that you get it right. You know, you still got to have players coming in, but you've got to make sure you keep your best players. The players that you want, the players that are going to be the basis of the team, you have to make sure they're contracted up to a certain point. Yeah. Not paying them too much so you can never get rid of. And you also got to know the players. Which players won't get too complacent? Which players will continue to be top players? Kimmich is one of those. Yeah.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.